Let's talk about a disorder that often isn't really taught to anyone outside of psychology or psychiatry, and that is somatic symptom disorder. This is something I actually see a lot of signs of in many individuals, but most people don't know about this disorder. So, somatic symptom disorder is essentially whenever we develop a massive anxiety around symptoms of an illness. And so it could be really any illness. It could literally be anything. One good example of somatic symptom disorder is insomnia. So a lot of individuals who have insomnia will develop massive anxiety around the symptoms of insomnia, so like the tiredness. And so whenever they feel tired, they get very anxious, and they try to engage in behaviors to avoid this anxiety. That might be drinking a ton of coffee, that might be engaging in taking a bunch of sleep supplements. And these types of things can actually sometimes make it worse. And so a lot of times with somatic symptom disorder, the anxiety around the symptoms makes the symptoms worse. And so it's not just that you're doing behaviors that potentially could make the symptoms worse, you're also thinking about the symptoms all the time, and it's like really stressing you out. Essentially, you find that there is a huge danger of having these symptoms in your life, which makes sense because they hurt. But then your mind is always like perceiving danger, it's always stressed. And so not only do you have this like potential chronic illness or condition like insomnia, you're also having this huge burden of anxiety on top of it, in which you're always thinking that something bad is going to happen, and that can make the disease significantly worse. And so I just think that like awareness around this disorder is really important. A lot of times the way we talk about diseases, the way we think about them, we feel so very, very helpless, and this does not help healing from the disease. And so one way that you can kind of shift your mindset around this is to realize that these symptoms are extremely painful. It is very difficult to deal with any illness, any condition, but also you are able to kind of handle all of this pain, all of these things that are happening to you, and you are able to handle it because you've already handled it in the past. You've already gone through this, and you'll be able to handle all of the things that are happening to you in the future. And I don't want to make this sound like at all like gaslighting or anything like that, but it is really important for us to perceive ourselves as strong, because that's part of the healing process. And if we're not able to perceive ourselves as strong, we're really diminishing our capacity to heal. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that doesn't sound like I'm trying to like diminish any type of symptoms or anything like that, but I just want to encourage more healing rather than less.